Now, from your Weather Authority, Chief Meteorologist Wayne Hart.
Our second severe weather event in 6 days is now behind us, and though this one wasn't as dangerous a setup as Friday night was, we saw more damage today from just more widespread damaging straight line winds as those storms roared across the area through the early to mid-afternoon hours. And they were feeding off a lot of warm air. If you were up late last night, it was still in the mid to upper 70s. For much of the night, we dropped to 72 shortly after daybreak. That high of 79 was at midnight. We made it up to around 75 late this morning before the storms arrived. And now we're down to 56 degrees after about 2/3 of an inch of rain has fallen. The alerts are falling away. Flood advisory continuing up in the southeastern corner of Martin County, there south of US 50. Otherwise, river flood warnings also continue, and there'll be some new crests, it looks like, coming down the Wabash and White Rivers. Live first warning Doppler still showing a little bit of spotty light rain out there, more in our eastern counties. Now filter some of this ground clutter away. You kind of see this very light rain tracking through parts of Spencer, Perry, and Dubois counties, but a little bit more widespread rain could get into our southern counties overnight, but no severe weather to worry about for a while. And most of it was concentrated today south of I-64 and just along the Ohio River. It came out of southern Illinois. You can see the cluster of wind damage reports between McLeansboro and Harrisburg. That wave moved right along the river. It nailed, of course, Evansville. We showed you the damage there on the west side. A little damage in other parts of the city. Owensboro, of course, hard hit. Then it continued right along the river. It eventually produced an EF1 tornado in Louisville. There was a fatality there. I don't know if it was with that EF1 tornado, but you can see all the wind damage reports really clustered right over the city of Louisville. But no tornado reports. We had some warnings for a while. There was some rotation, but as far as we can tell, none of that rotation ever made it down to the ground. Heavy rain also a problem northern and western portions of the tri-state. 2/3 of an inch here in Evansville, but these shades of green, that's an estimated inch of rain. The yellow shades are 2 inches, and that was the case along and north of the White River and along and north of I-64 in southern Illinois. But nice and quiet right now on our Heads Construction Tower camera, looking down on the Highway 41 strip in Henderson, downtown Evansville. Our Superior Ag Tower camera, that cooler air continuing to filter on in. We're now down to 54. That's our low for the day. And north-northwest wind at 9. Looks like Beaver Dam, Fordsville, the warm spot at 63. 49, the cool spot in Fairfield. And by daybreak tomorrow morning, much of the area should be between about 40 and 45. Long line of storms has weakened and now kind of stalling as that front stalls in the Ohio Valley. It's going to keep a lot of clouds around here. You can see another wave of rain coming up out of Arkansas and western Tennessee, and that's what's going to get into our southern counties overnight. But for the rest of us, just more clouds streaming northward. So we're not going to see much in the way of sun, it looks like, until probably over the weekend. So Future Tracker overnight, 2 a.m. is showing a little rain getting up to about the western Kentucky Parkway, and that should be about the northern edge of the rain overnight until about daybreak tomorrow morning. And then we're left with mostly cloudy skies. Could be a little sun up in our northwestern counties, but it's going to be a cool day. Highs only in the upper 50s to around 60 degrees. And then tomorrow night, after a good deal of cloud cover, of course, tomorrow, we could see the clouds break up some by daybreak on Friday, which will feature a little sunshine. But again, more sun to the northwest, more clouds to the southeast, where it may be yet another mostly cloudy day. But by the time the weekend gets here, it looks like more of a mix of sun and clouds across the area. Fair amount of sunshine, and temperatures should begin to warm into the low to mid 60s, setting us up for a beautiful Easter Sunday. But overnight, mostly cloudy skies, another wave of scattered showers pushing into our southern counties, 40 to 45. That'll end around daybreak, and then we'll be left with mostly cloudy skies for tomorrow. Cool highs in the upper 50s to lower 60s. A little sunshine developing on Friday, the high up to 63. Mix of sun and clouds Saturday, 66. A beautiful Easter Sunday, 43 at sunrise, up to 69 for the high. And it gets even better next week as we get into an extended period of warm, dry weather. 71 Monday, 74 Tuesday, and Wednesday, sunshine and 78 degrees.
That sounds great. Thank you, Wayne.